Hi, and welcome to another edition of Pomona Southside Historical Society. I'm Rand, and I'm going to sit here and talk to you about a few historical buildings. Some are still here, and unfortunately some are not. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and start talking about the first picture I'm going to put up. Now this was at the Palace Market at 250 West 2nd Street. It's an open market. Back then, there was a lot of open markets. Of course, didn't have AC back then. So, anyway, that was in the Oxnard building, and you're going to see a picture of it. And then you're going to see another picture after it, what it looks like back. I think it was in the 1920 or 1950, when the hotel was called Clark back then. So, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and show these pictures of what it looked like back in 1910. That's the Palace Market there on 2nd Street. So go ahead and check these pictures out. So that was what it was like back in 1910. Like I was saying, it was all open market back then. Now, if you're having problems trying to figure out exactly where this is, now it's between Thomas and Main Street on the south side of the street, and Ink Chronicles tattoo parlor there is there now. And also, I know you gotta know this, the Bunny Gunner Art Gallery that used to be there, that's right there also. But on the other side though, that was what it looked like. All open market, you know, they just closed up the folding doors at night. And then the second picture shows you what it looked like back in the 50s. You can see all that open market is gone, and the stores now occupy the places. So anyway, okay, let's go on to the next picture. And this one has to do with the Union Block. That's what it was called back then. It was on West 2nd Street on Thomas, right? The picture you're going to see on the side there of that building, that's where the Goddess of Pomona, that mural, is painted now. The street's not there, of course, because it was Thomas Plaza, but now they changed it to Officer Sean Diamond Plaza. So anyway, that's what this building is all about. And you know, it's still there, like, you know it's still there, but anyway. Yeah, so let's go ahead and look at this. Back then it was called the Union Block. And right now, well, back in the 50s, I think it was, 40s and 50s, it was Harrison Frank there on the corner, clothing, and right now today it's La Bamba's there right now. So anyway, okay, show you the picture here, and the picture, well, unfortunately there's no date, so anyway, it's back in the 20s, because you're going to see the jalopy there parked on the side. So anyway, check it out, the Union Block, and this is where La Bamba is at now, right on the corner. And before that, like in the late 40s and 50s, it was Harrison Frank's men's clothing store. So here we go. Check it out. What a great looking building, you know. And, you know, back then when Pomona was trying to catch up with the times, you know, a lot of times they just went over and plastered all those great looking bricks and all that great detail, you know, the molding and stuff. You know, they don't need to just knock it off. But if you really look close enough, in between where La Bamba is and to where the Magic Door bookstore, you still can see parts of the old building. Like it's like a post, and you can see one has a full post of the design that they had of those buildings back then. It's kind of like Victorian type style, I guess you would call it. I'm not sure, but you can see one full one, what's left of the old building. The building's there, like I was telling you, but it's been plastered over and changed, and the windows and everything, so it's kind of hard to recognize, but you still can see parts of it. And if you go down towards west, towards Diamond Plaza, there's another one partly uncovered, you can see, and then there's another one, and then at the very top you can see the lip of one that Apparently they just didn't knock off, they just went in and plastered over it. But who knows, maybe if they were to go in there and knock that plaster off that's covering these, it might reveal the rest of that design that you'll see if you go there. So next time you buy the Magic Door bookstore there, look on the between the businesses, and you'll see these like Victorian type 1800s, late 1800s, and the same thing to where the Bunny Gunner used to be, or keep referring to the Bunny Gunner, but in Chronicles, they have some there also. Somebody went ahead and painted them, so it kind of brings them out, which is cool. They look great. Maybe they should do the same things with the ones over there on by La Bamba. But okay, anyway, next picture's coming up. Now this is looking west from 2nd Street and Gary Avenue, 40 underpass. Now on the left-hand side, you're going to see a bank, and that bank was called American National Bank. But then, you know, time goes on, it changes names and stuff. Banks change names. But check this out. In 1952, right down on the right-hand side, the corner there used to be a Vandy Camps bakery there. How cool was that? Now, those buildings there are no longer there. When they built the underpass, they just went ahead, you know, tore them down. And so, yeah, and the buildings themselves are really brickwork, really beautiful buildings. But again, you know, as time went on, before they got torn down, they went in and plastered everything over everything. So, but anyway, yeah, they used to have a Vandy Camps. God, right down the corner. Wouldn't that be cool if we still had one there? But anyway, and then like I said, the bank there across the street, that's where Home Savings was built, and now it's Chase. But when this old bank, American National Bank, was there, they used to have a big Neil clock. They used to hang out, and it was really nice. If you go to the Pomona Public Library, you Google that, and you go into their digital library, and you'll see all these pictures I'm talking about, and more. Well, you've seen them, and more, and it shows you what Pomona, you know, the history of Pomona, all these great pictures. A lot of them were taken by a gentleman by the name of Fraser, who had a studio. He was a photographer who had a studio there on downtown Pomona. So anyway, yeah, check out that. And then I'm going to put up another picture later on in years, well, about the same time, but it's right before they're going to start building Gary Underpass. And it shows that side of the building from like where Vandy Camps was and back towards 1st Street. So we'll go ahead and check that picture out. Okay, great. Hey, I was able to find a picture of the clock I was telling you about, and that used to hang there right on the corner. What a nice old clock, huh? Okay, the next pictures you're going to see is before the Gary Underpass was built, and you're looking down the side of the building, the building there where Vandy Camps used to be. That has been long gone years ago, but now it's, you know, plastered up, like I said, the buildings and stuff, and those buildings eventually will go, they'll be torn down. And they used to stretch all the way up to 1st Street. And then there's another picture that whoever took the picture standing on top of the Mayfair Hotel, looking down at what Gary used to look like back then. And you can see the birthday cake, whatever, it's a carousel there on the side. And that picture was taken in 1960, and the picture taken on top of the Mayfair Hotel was taken in 1940. So let's go ahead and check those out, and then we'll move on. Okay, pretty cool pictures, huh? What Pomona used to look like back then. But you know, Pomona always had a parking problem. So when they started doing all these improvements, like a lot of things are going on in early 1960s. They're building the Gary Underpass, they're building the Pomona Mall, and then they're building home savings and loan, knocking down the old bank and then start building up the new bank. So there was a lot of stuff going on, and I'm sure that the shop owners there were going like, hey, come on, let's get this done because we're losing a little business here. But I guess they kind of did okay. Pomona Valley was known for everybody coming and shopping at Pomona. So we had all the stores that people needed, J.C. Penney's and all these other big Freeman's and Buffin's and all that, those kind of stores. So everybody came to Pomona and shop. So anyway, okay. Now the next picture is pretty interesting. I like to see something come back. I like to see this come back. Now, did you know that we used to have a El Camino Real bell, that marked the trail for the, I guess the priests or whatever were on their way up north. So it's kind of like a highway marker. But what I understand, it was the Spaniards that marked this trail, and then the Padres came later and then built their missions, like San Gabriel Mission alongside those. So really it was the Spaniards that were here first, and then those Padres were a close second, building their missions and stuff. So I guess they just kind of romantically type involved the missions and stuff like that, which is all cool. But anyway, just a little bit of history there that I picked up about reading that. But anyway, yeah, it would be great. I got a picture of it, and sat right there on the northwest corner of 2nd and Gary Avenue there. And this is back in 1925 that it sat there, and I think it'd be great to get another one put back there. Now, there's a website you can go to, and you can have one. They got it made up, just got to buy it. So, yeah, I know, money. So anyway, you can go to the website, and figure out maybe you can start taking donations and purchase one, and put one right back there. That'd be pretty cool. Okay, so let's check out the picture, and let's see what it looked like back there. Well, there you have it, a little walking tour with Ren, downtown Pomona. I just share some of the stuff that I know, and hopefully I'll get back and continue more of these little walk tours of downtown Pomona. Sit around and talk about the history, what's going on there now with all the art galleries and the new places, the Eat, the Fox getting restored, all sorts of things. And in the future too. So there's always something going on in downtown Pomona. Like I said, the artworks, the farmers market, concerts at the Glass House, and all that good stuff. So anyway, like I said, I'll come back and make some more videos like this, talking about like what I talked about here, things that used to be and things that are still here. So anyway, that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed it. You can always leave your comments down below. Always welcome to hear from you. And hey, I always learn something new myself when I hear from you all. So it's great to know. I'm always willing to learn more about Pomona's history. Okay, that's it for now. Like I said, I'll be back and I'll make some more of these up, and I will sit here and talk about Pomona's history. I would have done it live. I mean, not live, but walk around and done it, but of course I have the historical pictures here, and just a little bit more easier for me to do it. So anyway, okay, like always, you take care, and you take care of those ones you love. Thank you. Thank you very much. Bye.